Well, hello everybody. Good afternoon to some, good morning to others. I'm Neo Zerp and we're back with Final Fantasy XIV. I hope y'all are doing well. I'm having a grand old time. So we're going to be picking up the story where we left off. We are in Thavnir right now. And we just did a whole lot with the locals of this town. Where were we here? In Palaka's stand. There was a whole thing with tracking down this child and making sure that they were okay. And we've done that. And then the dragon flew down and revealed himself to be the current ruler of the land. And that was very well received, in spite of himself. Because he didn't believe in himself at all. But we all knew it was for the best because he was a good dragon and was taking care of his people. And in times of crisis, people need strong leadership. So that happened. And now we are going to meet up with Estinian at the capital, Radzathan. And the skies are still red. Things are still falling from the sky. If you get too depressed, you turn into a monster. It's just a wonderful time to be alive in Final Fantasy XIV right now. Alright, Estinian, what have you found out? Afnal told me everything. Oh, glad am I to hear the people are safe. Likewise, you will be pleased to know I found no evidence of lingering beasts in the jungle and ruins. It would seem you finished off the last one. Trying times yet lie ahead of the people of Thavnir. Fortunately, they have a wise and benevolent satrap to shepherd them through. Speaking of which, I received word from Thancred not a short while ago. He awaits our return at the city of Alzadal's Path. Come. Alzadal's Path. Where is that? Alzadal's Path. It's the great work. Illumin. Alzadal's Path. I don't know. Speak with Thancred at Radzathan. Is this the city? They just called it by a different name to confuse me? I am thoroughly confused if that's the case. This is a nice city, so I'm gonna take the car in. Oh. Reduced congestion. The area you're about to enter has been divided into multiple identical instances. Select the destination. No preference. Oh, now that is nice artwork there. I didn't realize the city was built like that. That is all thanks to a nifty little plugin I have that does nice artwork during scenes and load times so that things look nice. Now maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to tune to the Aetherite for once. Thancred, what do you want? It's good to see you're safe. Given the skies, 'tis all too easy to fear the worst. Yep, they don't look good. Right now it's apocalypsing outside. I'm pleased to report that we've succeeded in quelling the threat here in the city. The beasts have all been felled. The citizens are safe for now. I've also heard from the Radiant that an important proclamation will be made in City Square, though they said no more than that. Might you have any idea what this is about? Oh, do I ever. So, Bertra is finally coming out from behind the curtain. I suppose we too should hear what he has to say. The Megduta then. To the Megaduta. Then, but before that, it would appear that word of the assembly has not yet reached all the citizens. But anyone along the way seems unaware we'd best enlighten them. Yes. Go talk quests. Okay. It seems like the sort of thing that, attuning to the Aether, it seems like the sort of thing I could do after Mr. Dragon Man reveals himself and there's been a massive leadership change of the city. I have to try. Gotta try. Let me see. Let me see if I can touch it. Nope. Temporary design. That looks kind of like the Yulmore Aetherite, now that I look at it, but doesn't have the white striations on the bottom. I don't know. I don't know why, but I'm always on the lookout for the reusing Aetherite images. It doesn't matter. Like, you gotta reuse assets at some point. Korean boy.
Are the beasts all gone? They're hiding, and I'm too scared to go out and look.
Yep, they're all gone. You should probably go to the assembly.
Well, that's a relief. I thought one of the beasts was going to eat me. I wonder where Vashon is. He's the slowest runner. Hope he got away. Could be with our people from the palace. Maybe I'll see him in the square.
That isn't. I want to say Vashon was a character that died last episode. Why are they all children? That's a little weird. Hi, buddy. Baby, I swear to you, my flesh tastes absolutely terrible. Assembly. Oh gods, what are you doing? Scaring me like that. We're not quiet, those beasts will find us. I personally blew them all up. We should gather in the square. The square, you say? That's where the satrap was killed. With my very eyes, I saw him crushed in that creature's maw. So many lives lost, such terrible carnage.
You say there's someone else who would lead Razat Khan in his stead?
Whoever they are, if they say anything to sully the memory of our beloved satrap, I'll make them regret it. It's an odd position, but valid nonetheless, I suppose. Remember the memory of the fallen? Fondly, at the very least. Okay, here's everyone hanging out. Okay. Let's see how it goes. Whisper,
Look,
whisper.
Someone's coming.
Look up in the sky. Is it a bird? Is it a plane?
People of Razat Khan, it warms my heart to see so many brave, resilient souls before me.
Oh, that's Roshan. Okay, yeah. He's...
Today, I would share with you a great revelation. But before I do, I must make a humble request. Do not be alarmed, nor avert your eyes. See the one I unveil for who he is, and know that he means you no harm.
Now we're all very concerned.
Very well.
Very
Dare say it can't
concerned.
do worse than the horrors we've already seen.
That's the spirit.
Many thanks.
A dragon!
You good flying with one eye there, bud?
Wow!
Kind of missing your depth perception there a little bit.
People of Razat Khan, I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode. 'Tis as the Satrap's ally I am known. Today, I would reveal the truth unto you.
All like 12 people here that don't know.
Let
Let us hope they accept him.
I'm sure it will. People want to be safe right now. Not political.
If I am hearing this right, you were the satrap all along?
Vashan! I mean, Master Vitra, does your divine eye really see all?
Nay, child. While mine eye hath borne witness to the whole of our nation's history, to its future I am blind as thee. Countrymen, calamity the likes of which we have never known is come to Fafnir, our home. Friends and loved ones have been taken from us. I, too, have lost my closest confidant. Ahawan loved this land and served it with dignity till his dying breath. A nobler satrap there will never be. For so long, I lacked the courage to face you. I will not easily earn your trust, this I know. And yet, I cannot sit idly by and abandon Radzat to her fate. A font of boundless vibrancy, this jewel of the ocean. Since time immemorial hath she glittered with every color imaginable. To this dragon, slumbering in his dark lair, 'twas a mesmerizing sight, and one that brought no end of joy to my heart. This calamity hath stolen too much from you already, yet so long as you live, the light of Radzat will never be extinguished. I pray you let me watch over it, over you, and lend me your strength that we might face this trial and those to come as one.
I do not know you, dragon, but I thank you for speaking the truth to us. As divinities, both Manusha and Riga once joined together, so too do I believe that hand in hand, we can overcome this ordeal and welcome an era of peace.
A sight that would have surely brought a smile to Azael's face.
Indeed.
Throwback reference. Now you people show up.
Excuse me, but I must speak with the satrap at once.
Well, he's right there.
Father!
You have suffered dearly of late, yet you must endeavor to look beyond these losses to the future you yet have. On behalf of the Forum of Sharlayan, I come with a proposal by which you, the people of Radzat might be saved. I say again, I must speak with your satrap. I beseech you, take me to him with all possible haste.
I am satrap here. Speak thy proposal. All present shall hear and judge.
If I have given offense, then I apologize. First,
That's a first.
allow me to share with you what knowledge we have of the phenomenon responsible for your woes. The final days. 'Tis an affliction of stagnancy and rot, sown into the currents of the star. Though the first prominent manifestation was here, in Thavner, it will invariably spread to every corner of the world. The Forum was forewarned of this apocalypse several centuries ago. Thenceforth, my predecessors sought to prepare for the end times in the only conceivable fashion, by securing a means of escape.
Run away!
Escape the star? What madness is this?
'Tis by no means madness. With the coming of the seventh umbral calamity, the true nature of the Red Moon, Dalamud, was revealed. That it was an artificial construct of ancient Alag. But what of the Silver Moon? This celestial satellite is yet another technological marvel fashioned and maintained by ancient allies. A ship that will sail the heavens and deliver our people from destruction. And by our people, I speak not only of Sharlayan. We mean to save every man, woman, and child it is within our power to save. Including you, our dear friends of Radzat Han. Recent events necessitate adjustments be made, and quickly, but we can and will escort you safely to the moon.
Long has thy forum been allies to Thavner. I trust thou dost not extend this offer lightly. Yet I wonder, is this truly the way? Is there a future to be built for us beyond this star, our father deemed the last bastion of hope?
He's got a point. Midgard Swarmer is the man.
It is for that very reason I come before you and your people. To answer any and all of your questions. To offer my assurances and allay your fears. Though, if you wish the best for your people, I advise you to render your decision swiftly.
Show our friends to Megaduta. They are to be received as honored guests. Worry not. Whatever decision is reached, your paths shall be yours to decide. Until then, heed the warning of these brave heroes. Guard your hearts against fear and despair, for it is within such fertile soil that the seeds of blasphemy find purchase.
Don't get sad. You'll turn bad.
And attend to your daily tasks. I shall return anon.
We'll do as you say, Master Vitra. We believe in you.
Oh, we got incoming.
Oh, you're still here. What a relief.
Nidana, what's the matter? Has something happened at Palika's stand?
What'd you think that?
Oh, no, not that I know of. I just hope to hear your thoughts on a theory of mine. All who undergo the transformation are drained of their ether, yes? What is it then that gives these beasts the strength to carry on as they do? Logically, they must be drawing upon an alternate form of vital energy. That put me in mind of our earlier conversation, when I tried to explain the essence which many confuse with ether.
Oh boy, here we go.
Akasha. Yes, I remember. The unseen gift bestowed from on high. An energy influenced solely by emotion.
Yes. In this instance, negative ones set Akasha into motion, thereby infusing the beasts with vitality. I posit this as the mechanism by which the beasts are born and sustained. Do you still have that flower?
So here's my problem with this theory. The original inhabitants of this star that had more ether than any primal to date, and it took half of them to create Zodiark, which was a primal so powerful it could restore the balance of physics, and then it took another half or something like that to make Heidelin. Or no, it took like a half or a third or whatever to make Zodiark. Then it took another half of the half that was left to sustain the new laws of physics. And then it took like less than that to make Heidelin, who's been super powerful this whole time, who then sundered Zodiark into 14 different pieces. It took all that but then like these individuals who were literally creating things with magic never had any variety of connection to this form of energy that they've been talking about here. They never discovered it, they never studied it. The closest they came to it was making this flower that senses moods, right? And when the calamity came, all they could figure out was that bad things were happening to the star because the aether wasn't like moving, because there was loss in the density of the aether. Sometimes the science of lore, the science of magic, or the laws of the world shouldn't be explained, because then people like me will go poking holes in the history because you have inconsistent plot or what have you. And the flower then disintegrated. It wasn't supposed to do
If
that.
we accept that it once shone bright by drawing upon Akasha, influenced by the thoughts of those nearby, then fear, terror, despair, negative emotions so powerful as to suffocate it, permeated the air in this place.
Interesting. But where are you going?
You must be very careful. The forces which drive the final days may be beyond our ability to perceive.
No, we knew that. That's why we have a fancy globe thing with 3 tacks up in the moon that like goes vul 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 and like measures etheric density.
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you like that. At any rate, I will continue my research into Akasha. Do temper your expectations, however. There are sadly few detailed studies upon which I may draw.
Formulating a new theory as you have is itself no small feat. I wish you well in your endeavors, and pray you take care.
You send her to the
Thank
moon.
You stay safe as well, yes? Till next we meet. And we will meet again.
Well, it's a concerning theory at the very least.
As far as we've come, and after all the horrors we have seen, there is still so much we do not know about the final days. Could it be as Nadana said? The cause of this phenomena is beyond our comprehension? And if so, are we powerless to forestall it?
Well, that's a good question. This is your public service announcement. Remember to eat food. Greetings, honored scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have a message from His Excellency, the Satrap.
There's another excellency.
Brave scions, you have my gratitude for aiding my people at the most trying of time. Alas, matters here at Megdata prevent me from meeting you all in person. As a token of mine appreciation, I have arranged for a feast to be held in your honor. May it nourish you in preparation for the trials ahead. I think that was pretty good. That was a pretty good impersonation.
Such are the words of Master Vertra. The feast he speaks of awaits you at Merdes Mayhem. Mayhem? Yeah, Merdes Mayhem. Pray make your way there whenever your business here is done.
We thank you for your kindness.
Indeed, I was hoping we might find a place to discuss our next course of action. That seems an ideal venue. And you too, Tiamsu. There is someone we had hoped to introduce you to in particular. But I am loath to detain you further. Might you spare a moment of your time? Personal invitation, knowing full well your services are in the highest demand right now? This must be important. Worry not, we'll save some food for you, so take all the time you need.
Thanks, Alize. Coming from you, that means quite a lot.
Thank you, Throne. Whenever you are ready, please join me in the Aetherite Plaza. I shall go on ahead.
But I get access to the Aetherite now?
So you know, that's all I want.
Just run up to the thing and just hit it with the bonk. Can't travel directly to the Aetherite Plaza, which is so stupid. Go ahead and turn to it. Where are you going?
Access the Aetherite, you see, there has been restricted to a select few ever since the tower first appeared. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience, but it was deemed too dangerous to permit free movement of visitors at the time of the emergency, a risk we could not take. In light of recent developments, however, the Citra has decided such restrictions would only hinder our efforts to combat the final days. As such, I would encourage you to attend the Aetherite before proceeding along the corridor.
Fan-frickin-finally. Daggone. I don't even have access to the last two zones yet. Where is it? Yeah, I don't have access to the last two zones yet. But all I want is to be able to attune to every Aetherite that I can walk up to. I hate it when they're like, oh, you can't attune to this now. You are scrub. AKA Square Enix just doesn't want me to have fast access to certain zones.
But now it does not matter, I do now. Ha ha ha.
That looks nice when it's not apocalypsing outside. The weather is apocalypse. Darkseid, you better not invade this world. Take your evil red clouds and go look for the Omega formula somewhere else. The anti-life equation. Get out of here.
You must be wondering what this place is. Stand at the Hall of the Radiant Host, where our leadership oversees all of Artatan's military operations. Sundrop, our destination, lies just ahead. Sundrop. That's the name of a Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic. Concerned. What, I'm not a child. Keep Sundrop away from me. Sundrop. Very well. Into Sundrop. Without further ado, allow me to introduce you to this person. Looks almost identical to that other person from the Stormblood campaign. Oh, you're famous. User. Yeah. Shirabat. I knew it the moment you stepped through the door. But look at one who's walked through hell. Jeez. Shirabat, please. You're speaking to the Satrap's honored guest and savior of our people. Can you not show a modicum of respect? Disrespect is there in paying a fellow warrior a compliment. We're all friends here. Or will soon be enough. More formally then, for the benefit of my countrymen, it is a pleasure to have you with us, O great champion of Eorzea, scion of the seventh dawn, warrior of light, and all-round good egg, I'm sure. Love it. Who are you? Food with too many scars and knees that ache in the winter. The name's Sharbat, and I attend the business here. As what sort of business? How can I put it? Azatan welcomes delegates from other lands to oversee trade and diplomatic dealings, and there are military matters to discuss, which is why all of these officers are standing here in Sundrop. I imagine you're more familiar with each of the nations they represent? Yes? Oh yeah, I see. Got the represent from Doma. Oh, you're all gonna do your special greetings. Ulda, not amigo. Yep. See him. I see you would have the same salutes because Raban governed both armies. Limza Lamensa. Yep, with an actual salute. Gudanya. Last but not least, Ishgard. The eyes. Is that? That looks suspiciously like Honoro. Or, whoever. I can't remember his name. I know it's not him because his hair is wrong, but it looks like him. Ishgard. They're the eyes, ears, and mouths that bridge the distance between Razat-Han and the respective homelands. I was wondering if they had any kind of diplomatic relations with the other countries. We've used this brief respite to share the details of our plight with our overseas counterparts. And wouldn't you know it, all of their leaders requested a few words from you specifically. You're a man in high demand, eh? Yup. That tracks. You're missing your Garlean individual, by the way. And so, would you mind regaling us with your own account? Indulge us before you indulge yourself. Yep. Everyone specifically wants to know what I saw and experienced. Don't mind this alarm going off in the background. It's a reminder to me to wake up my wife. I didn't want to do that. There we go. Go back. Full screen. Thank you for the report. The conditions under which men are turned to beasts, the etheric anomalies you have observed, you have given us much to consider. It is concerning that the first transformation apparently occurred before the skies turned red, which is contrary to what one would expect. Might be a coincidence, guys. Do you know how hard it is to turn skies red? Probably a lot easier to transform into a monster than it is to change the weather. Thankfully, the information you conveyed to Lucia upon your return from the moon has already proved invaluable. As soon as reports of the calamity here in Thavnir reached the Grand Company of Eorzea and our far eastern allies, our leadership knew at once that the final days were indeed upon us. They began taking steps to assess the extent of the phenomenon's spread. Our agents were able to confirm that for the time being, skies burn only over the Bounty, including this island and Corvus. Oh, poor Corvus. Alas, that is of little comfort. All throughout allied lands, there have been reports of people transforming into hideous beasts. From what little we have learned, these incidents are similar in nature to that involved a merchant Kalzar. In the case here, the victims underwent the change prior to the heavens being set ablaze. And so, while the burning skies have yet to manifest beyond the Bounty, the transformations do not appear to be subject to any similar restriction. If anyone anywhere overcome by despair can turn, then nowhere is safe. That's about the size of it. Speaking of which, we ought to give these creatures a name, don't you think? With Azathan, we've been taken to calling the first to change, which tend to be the biggest, blasphemies. It's a fitting name as any. To ensure clarity in the future communications, we shall urge our comrades to adopt this terminology. Our leaders have taken measures to deal with the threat to the best of our ability. Each nation has assembled their own groups of elite soldiers to put down these so-called blasphemies, and their spawn and when they appear. At the same time, they are doing all in their power to put the people's minds at ease and prevent panic and fear from spreading. That said, brave souls with the strength and fortitude to fell these terrible fiends are not easily found. Makes sense. Just so, and it is for that very reason that we turn to you. Pray, lend us your strength and help us slay the blasphemies that plague our homelands. Now, you don't have to give your reply before dinner. I should also mention that each blasphemy seems to possess wildly different characteristics. What works well against one may serve you poorly against another. So before you go rushing off to save everyone's day, have a word with the delegates. I'll tell you what to expect. One eye is blue and one eye is green. It's interesting. And with that, I do believe our friend here is a feast to attend. Spare a thought for us while you're tucking into that fine cuisine, eh? You've gained access to the role quest for Endwalker. Separate quest line and story is now available for tank, melee DPS, physical range DPS, magical range DPS, and healer roles. To undertake these quests, speak with any of the delegates in Sundrop and agree to help defeat blasphemies that plague their respective homelands. Cool beans. So apparently, these are optional, whereas in Shadowbringers, they were mandatory. So the only one I can take is from the Ishgardian delegate, which suits me fine. I do prefer Ishgard. But for now, we'll keep going. I'm going to take a brief break. So give me a bit to do that, and then I'll be back.
All right, that was a good break. I am back. I want to see what the reward is for doing this. Scar Delegate seeks a battle mage with courage unwavering. Well, that's certainly me. I'll get back to you. I forgive Shabat the rudeness. She can be a bit boisterous at times, but it is simply her nature. Anyway, my apologies for keeping you from your hard-earned rest. You will be rejoining your companions, yes? Do you know the way to the Mayhem? I know Razatan like the back of my hand. Glad to hear you're becoming familiar with our fair city. You'll be pleased to hear that all drinks are around the house, so order whatever suits your fancy. And with that, I must return to my post. On behalf of all the Radiant host, I thank you and your friends once more for lending your strength and courage to Razatan in our time of need. We shall endeavor to fight the good fight to the end, and we will honor Arwan's legacy and serve Master Victor well. You have my word that your efforts will not be in vain. Huzzah! That is excellent news. Because if there's one thing I hate, it's my efforts being in vain. Alright. We go in here. Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. It's what I thought. Like, and I could actually teleport because I don't have a stupid NPC following me. Imagine that. The ships on the initiative. The hunt for specimens, you must have the following cards. Elite and dangerous, old Charlie, I'm new to you. Sounds about that good. Hunts seem to be kind of slept on. To a certain extent, I do want to bring my hunting up to current. Welcome. When the satrap asked us to entertain a party of honored guests, I was wondering who it might be. This is a lovely surprise, to say the least. By the way, I heard all about Karzal from your friend Gratia. I understand there was nothing that could be done, but I was heartened to hear he meant us no harm. Cannot thank you enough for dispatching the beasts. The smallest token of our thanks, your food and drink tonight are Mahid's treat. Speaking of which, what should I start you off with? Chai, obviously, because I am cultured. As you wish, pray join your friends and I'll bring you your drink. Oh, that's stupid. Whatever. Welcome back. Whatever did the Radiant want with you, pray tell? I can't interact with an NPC while sitting, so I stand up instantly. That's irritating. Mainly to me, but it's okay. Our allies have sent military delegates. It's news to me. Mind sharing the details? It's about all I do is just tell people what I've seen.
So blasphemies now plague all the realm.
Yep.
It will only get worse if what Father said is true, as it did in Amarot.
Yep.
If that's our model, then shouldn't we expect the effects to grow more severe as it feeds off its own spread?
Yep.
As if people transforming into those monstrosities wasn't bad enough. If the flora and fauna, if the land itself turned against us.
Yep.
No one would survive.
Here's your order, friend.
Aw, yeah. Give me that chai.
May you find comfort in these dark times.
I wonder what that would look like if I'd ordered like water or something.
Where do we go from here? If there's one thing we've learned, fighting blindly and simply reacting to what comes will accomplish nothing. We must find a solution that addresses the fundamental cause. Before our strength is exhausted, before this crisis spirals out of control.
Now, saying that reacting hasn't worked out well is actually rather incorrect. It got Zodiac killed, didn't it? That was a bad thing, technically. We wouldn't be in this mess if I hadn't had to fight Zodiac. Zodiac was doing what he was supposed to do. Exist.
Is there something, anything we've overlooked?
The Ethereal Sea?
If there is an answer, Hydaelyn herself will have it. 'Twas she who bound Zodiac and forestalled the final days.
Yup.
Alas, we have heard naught from her since the Tower of Babel. Whether she cannot or will not speak, I can only speculate. Even the flower she gave us is no more.
So if Hydaelyn won't come to us, we must go to Hydaelyn. Help us. This scene is an overlay over the previous scene, which is why I could still see the wireframes there, because I have a shader on that gives things an outline. That's fine. It's sneaky, but it's funny.
So advised the Watcher. What could be the significance of that name? It is entirely unfamiliar to me.
I think that's the point.
To me as well. It meant something to the ancients, though. In our time.
Most surely. Yet I do not recall a single mention of it in the records of Anida.
Another dead end. And quite literally. It's not as if there are any ancients living we could go and ask.
Going back to the first, aren't I?
As such, but not quite dead.
Yep.
Elidibus.
Yep.
I sealed him in the White Aura site of the Crystal Tower back on the 1st. Contained within that reservoir of ether that maintains it, ether that is returned little by little to the sea, naught may remain of his soul. However, if part of it lingers, we might be
We're gonna
able
get back
speak
to the
him
first.
there.
I mean, we could just go back to Amrot proper in the first and check that out, but I guess technically that place was destroyed. Technically.
I know we can no longer make that journey, but you, my friend, still can.
Because I'm bound to fail? Ooh. I hope I get to time to fail. Would be an opportunity to look out in the others as well. Yes, precisely. And I feel like I'm gonna be a bit behind the times because I never finished the Eden raids.
That would mean much to me.
But it would be alright. We'll see what Reed's up to and see if Gaia's there out of context.
Should we learn the first is safe, we'll have that much more reason to keep fighting the good fight.
Oh, that's true. If the first is like
That
falling
said,
to madness
the odds are not in our favor,
again,
to say the least.
then we will have other problems.
Which is why we're fortunate to have Urianger up there on the moon, working hard to make all the necessary preparations for our departure, should it come.
Man
And
on
why
the
we
moon.
have nothing to lose by staying the course till the last instant.
Indeed. To the last, let us all do what we can.
To the last.
I will consult with Master Matoya and see if she knows of a way to reach Hydaelyn from the Ethereal Sea.
You just walk into the Ethereal Sea. That's how you reach Hydaelyn.
And I will visit the nation's leaders and attempt to ascertain how far the final days have progressed elsewhere.
Keep me abreast of your findings. I can seek out and slay the worst of the immediate threats, if only to slow the spread.
Yes, my boy. That's my boy.
Unease, terror, despair. Try as we might to suppress them, these emotions will return to harry us time and time again. But when they do, remember this. Your friends and loved ones are out there somewhere, sharing in your struggle. You are not alone.
So ends the brief respite before the next revelation. Yes, so much left for you to see. Where beginning ends and end begins.
I wonder if they're gonna make me actually like walk back to the Crystal Tower and do the quest that way. Is there anything we've forgotten to mention? Are your arms and armor in good order? They're in mediocre order. In that case, it's time we each attend to our task. And when you arrive at the first, give my regards to Reen. Tell her I miss her. Well, you know I will, buddy. This is your PSA reminder to eat food. Yeah, take this, my spirit vessel. What does that do? Up to now, of course, but it should allow you to operate the tower systems in the umbilicus. Pardon me, good heavens. Even the smallest fragment of Litobus's essence remains, it should be possible to locate it. As for access to the umbilicus, pray seek out Lena for assistance. Chances are she still stands watch at the Ascensor gate. Should she or anyone else ask after me, tell them I'm living my life to the fullest, that I'm happy, hardships and all. Well, we had best be on our respective ways. God willing, we will see each. Oh, God's willing, we will see each other again ere long. I was like, wait a second. All right. So I just legitimately just teleport out. I could teleport to Fort Yob. Or I could teleport to the Starium proper. I don't know why I would teleport. Alright, whatever. We'll teleport to Fort Yob. It's closer. Cloudy, and not a spot of apocalypse in the sky. Guess who?
Hit me. Yeah, you're returned. You've been well, and the others. No shortage of troubles, but we're well enough. And things are just the same for you as they are here. My lord is doubtless enjoying himself. Yeah, he's enjoying himself. He said to say this to you? These exact words? Oh, to know that he is happy fills my heart with joy. Thank you, Neil, for taking care of him. But next you see him, please tell him not to overexert himself. Futile request though it is. And tell him that all is well here. The peace you gifted us continues, and we work hard to build new lives for ourselves. In the course of this war, we occasionally bicker, but we've never been more optimistic for the morrow. If I had to mention one dilemma, it would be question of our governance. Even as we speak, debate rages on over how we should run the city in the Exarchs. Most are of the mind that the Settlement Council should continue to oversee the general running of the Crystarium, while representatives are elected to determine policy and handle diplomacy. Thus far, nothing is set in stone, but however we choose to proceed, we will not replace our... No one could. Oh yeah, we know. Have we recently observed any unusual phenomena? Oh, cannot say there have been. Curious that you should ask me this question, though. Some days ago, Rin came and asked the very same. She was rather unsettled. Stark contrast to how cheerful she has been of late. Well, I better talk to her too. Rin has been dedicating herself to the restoration of the empty, you see. Though it will take many long years, the goal seems to have given her a newfound sense of purpose and fulfillment. But when I saw her in such a state of such worry, I couldn't help but feel worried in turn, especially since she wouldn't tell me what the trouble was that troubled her. I dare say she would be more willing to confide in you. May I ask you to broach the subject with her? Of course. You wish to enter the umbilicus? Very well, I shall fetch the key at once, and take the opportunity to fight the Reed. Please wait for me in the city in front of the Cabinet of Curiosity, shall we say. I will be along as soon as I can. Alright, I'll see you there, I suppose. I do like the music here.
The Cabinet of Curiosity. Following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. Oh boy. Alright, let's go. Let's do it. We in this for the long haul.
Do my old eyes deceive me? Is that truly Neo?
Whose old eyes? Oh, there you are. Becklug. Ah, 'tis. Oh, glad am I to see you hail and hold, my friend.
What a wonderful surprise it is to have you back with us, and at this most opportune time. In case you haven't heard, we are planning to produce a tome chronicling events from the Flood to the Knight's return. For this project, we intend to draw upon records kept by the world's peoples. Historical and contemporary first-hand accounts will be the centerpiece of the tome, but yours would be one to crown them all. I've been asked to contribute a chapter on the soul, a subject that is key to understanding much of your endeavors. In the course of developing the spirit vessel, I gained valuable insight into the travel beyond the rift, knowledge that will allow me to attest to your existence and deeds. There is no end to questions I would ask you, but if you could indulge me just one for now. In your quest to restore the night, you faced many a formidable foe. Among them, who offered you the greatest struggle? Valkyrie, guidance, self-righteousness, Hades, over the burden of his people. I want to choose this one. Surely I never would have guessed. Then if I could, I suppose I wouldn't have had to ask. I have no idea what they're referring to, but it is hilarious. This is a tremendously eye-opening answer, and we will see that your account of the battle features prominently in the tome. I know you'd love to talk his ear off, Morin, but we really should be on our way. Those documents from Yulmore won't collect themselves. Of course, of course. And afterwards, would you care to join me for tea? I was hoping you might clarify a few points in your treatise. Next time then, do tell the others to look after themselves. Our overzealous friend in particular, remind him not to overexert himself. Again and again, till his ears fall off. If that's what it takes for him to take it to the heart. Bye! Now who's gonna come say hi to me? Gasp, is that the warrior of darkness? Oh my goodness, you guys. It's really him. What are you doing here? If you're going to battle, I can give you some medicine. I made it myself. Best not, Mickey. It'll only give him a stomachache. We've come to see Morin to get his advice. One of the guard finally agreed to teach us how to fight, but first we need to choose a fighting style. While I know that I want to be a mage, Arkell isn't sure. Magic isn't really my thing, so I was thinking of taking up the axe, or the sword, maybe the bow. Now all seem alright, but it's hard to decide. But I thought I'd ask Morin. He knows about a lot of things. He isn't here. Aww. Oh, why don't you have the Warrior of Darkness choose for you? What do you think best suits Arkell? Axe, sword, or bow? Well, if you're going to be a healer and you're going to be a mage, you need a tank. Protecting your friends, the sword. The sword? If you took up the sword, it'd be just like Brandon, the Warrior of Light. I love that tale. Let's borrow the book today. It's really popular though. I hope it's still there. Thanks for helping me decide, Warrior of Darkness. Start with that style, and maybe try something else later on. And when I get really strong, I hope to have a bout with you. Oh, that would be so kind. Sweet. Awesome. Be awesome. Creating a paladin one day at a time. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Oh, I suppose you'd start out as a gladiator. Such fun he's been having, basking in the adoration of musty old bookworms and wide-eyed younglings. But does he spare a thought of me? Of course not. Where? Fail. I've waited and waited, but he won't so much as acknowledge the presence of his beautiful branch, even though they're right here. Such a heartless thing our sapling is, cold and cruel and heartless. Lord Faithful Fair, you lovely as a branched, how I've missed you. If you truly missed me, then you should have cried for me at the top of your lungs instead the instant you arrived. To make up for it, you will call me twice the passion next time. Though, for there to be a next time, you have some few struggles to overcome. From my adorable sap, the world is on the verge of destruction, isn't it? Yeah. How do I know this? Joined as we are sapling on you is as simple as sliding. Joined as we are, spying on you is as simple as sliding down the back of a rainbow. Would that I could aid you in your quest. The fate of we Faefolk is bound to that of the star. Whither it goes, so too we do follow, such is our way. The most I could do for you is spare you the pain by gifting you the sweetest of eternal dreams. But if escape's not to your liking, then we must struggle with your fellow mortals. This is true. Ah, but where are the ones you were waiting for? I wonder what manner of conclusion awaits that tale's end. Off you go. Oh, there they are. My apologies for the delay. Neo, it's wonderful to see you again. You doubtless have much catching up to do, so I shall leave you to it. Taking the liberty of unlocking the umbilicus, you may enter at your leisure. Thank you. Oh yeah, there's the music. I'm relieved to hear that everyone is well. I've had this feeling like a pit in my stomach, and I was afraid that something might have happened. Well, a lot did happen. Maybe I'm overthinking things, but it's just that... I'm the Oracle of Light, but I've never spoken with Heidelin. Never once heard her call. Even so, I've always had this feeling deep inside of me. Connection to something immense. These past few days, though, that connection has wavered. As if that immense something was distant, then close, then distant again. And then, the other night, I was startled awake by the feeling it had been completely severed. Wanting some fresh air, I went to open the window into my hole. The sky was ablaze like during the star shower. Then I blinked and everything was normal. The next day, no one said a thing. Excuse me. No one else had seen what I had seen. As far as I could tell, nothing was out of the ordinary. I began to wonder if it was a figment of half-remembered dream. Neo, what are you not telling me? I have to know, please. It doesn't matter how terrible it is.
Well, it killed Zodiark, and now the whole world's falling apart. The final days are upon us, as we witnessed. And if you get depressed, you turn into a monster. Also, the sky is on fire. Oh, and there's like a flower, and it's called E something or other, and we don't know anything about it, so we want to talk to Elidibus and see what he knows. Which could be really bad, letting out the soul of, one of them. But anyway, it doesn't matter.
It wasn't my imagination then. The doom we witnessed in Amaroth has come again. Can't believe it. Like I told you before, all this is well here in the first. All is well in the first. So don't worry about us. Please look only to the threat before you. We're fine right now, and even if we weren't, we've learned how to survive. Should the final days reach us here as well, may be assured we won't go quietly. No, we'll hold on until we can find a way to save all our worlds. As long as you continue to fight, so too will we, united in purpose beneath a blazing sky.
That's quite the nice sentiment.
Ooh, I get a weapon cover. Lucky me.
Let's see here. No, I did not want to do that.
I wanted to use the item.
Let's see what the new stuff looks like. Huh. That's interesting. Does it glow? It does glow. Ever so slightly it glows, but it does all the same. This one gets brownie points with me because it glows. It makes a little sound and it's red. I do like red. So I'm not going to rebind it just yet. Or put glamour on it just yet.
Rain wears a look of steely resolve. You are headed to the Umbilicus to consult with Elidibus, right? I'll do some consulting of my own and speak with Lena. Decide how we might best depart. Prepare for the final days. So it's farewell for now, but we'll see each other again. I'm certain of it.
Right, off we go. No, the one I need is over here. And clicky. Ah, Master Neo, welcome back. Captain has told me all. Give me the word and I will show you to the ocular. Yep, let me in, please. This place is so much nicer when I'm not destroying all of the inhabitants. The ghosts of expansions past. Just me now.
Biometric authentication complete. Please state your business.
Want to talk to the spirit of Elidibus. If he's still alive.
Reinitializing Sidco's tower systems. Searching for Elidibus entity. Target located in subterranean core power accumulator. Projecting image.
That was suspiciously easy.
My home. My friends. No more than a dream.
Yep. Why are you so short?
You. Why have you awakened me?
I got some questions for you,
those
buddy.
Places beyond, or Lord Zodiac. You must explain all.
How do you even have senses? Why are you so short? All the other dudes like him are like twice my height, and I'm max height on the max height race. It's all the neck.
So, he is fallen, and my brethren's souls returned to the star.
Yeah, I blew him up. He was possessed by your half-baked Fan Daniel, and I had to blow him up. It's about how it went, yeah.
The doom we sacrificed so much to prevent is come again. Old burdens now yours to bear.
Hold on, I want to see what this guy looks like when I turn this on. Wow, that looks stupid. I'm glad I turned my shaders off for cutscenes.
Design, then I, as Elidibus, have a duty to fulfill.
Cool.
Your unsolicited act has restored to me some few memories of the convocation. Such knowledge as I have, I will share.
Oh yeah, that's like your thing, isn't it? Spreading knowledge. Thank you, obviously.
I do this not for you. I merely perform my duty, as I have ever done.
Oh, sure.
Where to begin? The end. Your understanding of what caused the final days is consistent with our own. The decay first took root where the currents were weakest. Yes, a conclusion drawn by him, Fan Daniel. Not the him of here and now, but as I knew him, long, long ago. Having shed light upon the phenomenon, he dedicated himself to devising a countermeasure. Were it not for his knowledge of the Celestial, we would never have made the connection, and thence forestalled the final days.
Oh?
And though he inherited that noble soul, how different this last incarnation. So consumed by self-loathing and hate.
Yep, that sounds like current Fan Daniel. Also dead. Very dead.
Elpis. Yes, the name is familiar to me.
Do you know?
Yet I know it not as a flower, but a place.
Ah, now we're talking.
A testing facility for determining which of our creations were fit to be released into the world. Many worked there. And before joining the convocation and assuming the title of Fan Daniel, he was their chief. He was Hermes.
The Primal?
That is all I know.
The Greek messenger deity? Most suspicious.
The crystals tell little of the lives the 14 led prior to their induction. Elpis itself would tell even less. Nary a ruin has survived.
Probably not good.
I saw you there. In Elpis. No. I did not. But I did. I did. A lingering trace of impossibility.
Oh boy.
and a truth that fills my heart.
You're not making sense, dude.
My memories remain clouded, I fear. However, they have revealed to me one possible course. You must travel to Elpis, to the time when Hermes served as its chief.
Time travel or theoretical travel?
Exarch's memories. Not only did I make his summoning magic mine own, I also mastered the workings of this tower.
Well, that's a friggin' what? Then why are you still here? If you control the tower, then how are you trapped? Shouldn't you be like constructing yourself a new body and like...
Which, having absorbed my empowered essence, now harbors an abundance of energy.
How is there anything left of you?
As such, I believe I can deliver you unto the past, unto that place and that precise moment.
I don't like this.
Given the eons that must be traversed, the gateway will not be fully formed. Your form will be less tangible still than those warriors of light I had summoned. In all likelihood, none will be able to see or hear you. Yet even should you manage to interact with others, you will be unable to effect meaningful change. For the reality you wish to save, the reality to which you must return, exists as a result of the final days.
Yeah. No stepping on butterflies, no betting on sports, no taking precious super stones without the intention of returning them. But if I take a super weapon that's not exactly as powerful as an infinity stone, like a magical hammer, that's very similar to the weapon I already have, that's fine. That doesn't screw anything up. It doesn't cause any issues. You know.
You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present. Cannot unmake the sorrow and suffering fated to come. In full knowledge of this, will you still entrust your life to your foe and make the journey?
Because, man, we're here to get information, not save lives. Doesn't sound right.
Very well. I shall cast you unto the river of time. Let this be my final act.
I feel like you've said that before.
You must input the commands. I no longer have the authority. First, you must reconfigure the systems, that the tower's ether may be channeled for the magic.
Can't we just do a pass-through? Can I just say, hey, computer, listen to him?
The preparations are complete. The gateway will soon open. Return at once to the ocular.
On my way, dude.
All appears to be in order. The ether flows unimpeded. The magic should consume every last mote of my essence.
Oh.
Why are you surprised? Did I not say that this will be my final act? Lord Zodiac is no more. There is nothing for me here.
Valid point.
The ones I love and long to see again are waiting in that promised land, beyond memory and dream. Now go, warrior of light. Go and do not look back.
Aren't you sending me back to a time before Heidelin? Goodness.
Well, Heidelin, I take my leave of you. Yours is the mantle of the Last of Us.
That's a different franchise, sir. Last of Us is different. So is Final Fantasy 14.
Of it. The burden.
Okay, that was a bad joke.
And the solitude. It falls to you now. You and your champion to save our star.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Dun 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 dun. Look at me, I'm traveling through space and time. What ma, no hands. Legitimately, no hands, look. I have no way of interacting with literally anything. This sucks. A ferrite-like device. Let me take a look at this. Vice President and Wraithright, perhaps it's possible for you to return to it. And despite attempting to channel the focus of your energies, you fail to attune with the device. You can only assume it operates differently. Dang it. Hello, guide-like man. Man stands dutifully by the aetheryte-like device. A guide for this facility in all likelihood. You attempt to get the man's attention, but if he sees or hears you, he gives absolutely no indication. As Elizabeth warned, it appears your form is intangible. Excuse me. This is the right place, yes? Popularian? Judging by the woman's words, this facility is called Popularian. Interesting. You attempt to gently prod the woman to attract your attention. I feel nothing. It seems neither does she. Okay. Don't want to talk to me. You might. Are you all in black robes? Why does this guy get to be called Black Robe?
The remarkably large man wears black robe and half mask, much like the phantoms you encountered in Mare Lamentorum and the recreated Emerald. It would seem you have made it to your destination. You just gesticulate wildly and shout all manner of greetings and obscenities. But the man does not as much glance in your direction. Okay, let's see if we can leave. I suspect the door leads outside, but how to open it? There's no way that worked.
And here we are, Elpis.
Well, well, how rare to receive you in person. To what do we owe the honor?
Oh, just a few odd tasks. We'll be here a while.
You're welcome to stay as long as you see fit, of course. As a matter of procedure, however, I must ask that you kindly remove your masks.
Come now. Is this truly necessary? Surely you can tell who we are.
Who you are, perhaps, but I am far less infamous. Regardless, if we do not follow protocol, 'tis our hosts who would be held accountable. So, please, do favor us with your handsome face.
Guess who? And can you see me?
Satisfied?
Man with familiar voice. I know you.
I thank you for your cooperation. You are free to go about your business.
By the by, you see it too, yes?
Is it me that you see?
I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about.
That's odd.
Okay.
It's right here. A bit thin in the ether, but there's no mistaking it. The color of its soul is almost identical to Azem's.
Oh boy, here we go with that
Do you
again.
suppose he created it? Rather unusual for a familiar to have a soul, though.
Don't ask me. All I know is that it's trouble. Doubly so if it's his spitting image. So let's leave it be. Come now.
It's trying to say something, but it's literally too intangible to form words.
Yup.
Why don't you give it some ether? Spare a snifter of your bounteous reserves.
Ooh. That's why I'm so
Who
tied
do you
to
take me for?
Why, a dear friend, of course. One who wouldn't let acts of kindness, such as my accompanying him on errands to far-flung outposts, go unrewarded.
Why don't you give me ether? Why does it have to be?
I suggest you close your eyes, or this may be unpleasant.
Right. Hoi, Duffy. We're time traveling, doing crazy things.
You may open your eyes.
Oh boy. And now I'm corporeal. Elizabeth, why didn't you know this would happen? Oh, and I'm tall now too. I'm very tall.
Oh, you even adjusted its size.
The better to indulge your whim. This way, it will be easier to communicate.
How very
I'm changing everything. I'm changing all the time.
Artful reinforcement. Without further ado then. Greetings. I am Hythlodaeus, Chief of the Bureau of the Architect.
That's why you're familiar. How went coding? Coding went pretty well, actually. We ended up with a really usable tool. And everything went pretty well, actually. They styled it so it looks very different. And I found a good hosting site. So apparently GitHub lets you host code pages directly, believe it or not. So that's a cool thing. So if you go to, let me see. Yes, I'm live. What's up? Actually, I need to put an HTTPS on that. Yeah. I'm gonna change all the history.
I say, very not change Russia's voice history.
Change all the history. All the history.
That's the purple boy.
Everybody's getting long necks. Same height, just smaller bodies, longer necks.
Garfield, Brian's fair with me.
Yeah. So that's the final result there. I don't know if you're on your computer, if you're on your phone. If it's on your phone, then it probably won't look right. But
No, easy.
Athlodies? It's only a pale imitation of me.
Is the most honorable Emmett Selk of the Convocation of 14.
See, blue eyes, blonde hair.
Not my character in game.
Well, then of course. Even weird is the fact that you're taller than him too.
Yep.
They're like, oh, this tiny little person. Rose. It'll be like,
Well, it's got to be really funny as a Lalafell.
oh yeah, that's why do you think I want to do it as Sheena? My tiny little Lalafell. Can't wait to do it.
Yeah, because there's like no change.
I did as a buddy. My buddy boat was so smaller than him, so I'm like, I can't wait to see how as it is with Lalafell. I saw a screenshot by mistake. I was like, that looks cute.
You're on PC, by the way. I need to scroll. It's adaptive. Good. Using Opera. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, the I haven't put in the new code yet, I believe, for the overfill, because I extended it down quite a ways, so it's like not really short, and then I need to move it a little bit to the right, or like widen it or whatever, because it covers up the items little closeout buttons, which makes them pointless. But other than that, it worked pretty well. The balls bounce pretty good. It can handle we set it to 800, and then it just deals with the overflow, and then the fonts and colors and everything they picked, so that's where that comes from. So I'll be refining things as we go along.
The next goal, major goal, is to integrate it into Google Sheets, because we track all this stuff live in a Google Sheets document. And so if we can just get it to mirror that and use Google Sheets as a backend, then it'll be like really, really good. So that'll be the next stage of development. But back to the game at hand.
And how might we address you, my new friend?
I'm a little bit,
A fine name. And I'm pleased to see you understand our words.
No, you understand me. There's a difference.
So tell us, whence have you come? The thinness of your essence suggests you weren't created here.
Yeah.
You do not know? Or cannot say? Allow me to ask a different question then.
What happens to the winners? They go into the winner slot, and if you won, you get removed from the entries, and that's where the winners go. If you refresh the page, then everything goes away. I guess I could add a little X for the winners, but I don't know. I have equal reason to do that and not to do that.
What brings you here?
Seek a man named Hermes.
Well now, the same as us.
Just selecting the winner, click on the button, adds an empty entry. Oh, does it? That's interesting. So if there's no one else to select a winner from, it just adds an empty thing to the list. Huh. I wonder where it's getting the data to do that.
Perhaps Azim wished to come too, but had to settle for a familiar.
If he truly wished to be here, then he would be.
True.
Right you are.
Can send you a screenshot? Yeah, sure. You have me on Discord, don't you?
My apologies if we've given offense. The two of us can discern the color of souls, you see, and yours happens to resemble that of a friend. And with your purpose matching our own besides, we jumped to a hasty conclusion. We are here to speak with Hermes, the chief overseer of this facility, which we also intend to tour in order to gain greater insight into the man's work.
Yeah, there you are. Oh, that's what it does. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Yeah, it's adding the div, which is why you see the outline, but you don't see any fill, and there's nothing in the div itself, but it still has the outline. Fascinating. I'm not sure why it would do that. It will almost never come up during use, because as long as we have more than 3 entries, we won't click the button 4 times. But that is irritating that it would do that. So it's adding divs even though there's nothing in the div. I guess I can just wrap it in an if statement that goes, if the value it would push to the array is null, then just do nothing. Sorry for this is in your... No, it's fine, it's fine. I'd rather have these things, like, documented somehow so that I can fix them than not. You know what I mean? And that just... It's more for the future because I'm not using any techniques that I invented necessarily this time around. It's all code that I've been using for a while now, or like the idea of it. Taking an array and using view to dynamically render multiple elements for every entry that's in that array. So I would have thought that the JavaScript wouldn't have pushed it to the array if it was empty, but apparently you can still push an empty value into the indice, which I guess makes sense since it's an array of objects and not anything else. So I just have to negate that by wrapping it in an if statement, which is fine. I just need to wrap the push in an if statement and it'll be fine. It's easy enough. Oh, button give empty entry once FYI. Yeah. It doesn't happen like every time you push it, it just happens the first time you do it after the entry. Is that what you're saying? Interesting. So that means that there's something else there. Huh. I'll have to watch those values then and like try to figure out what's there. But if there's no value in the array itself, the if statement should still block it and have the same effect. I'm not going to try to divine why it only does it once. It could be that it's adding it, but you can't see it because they're stacked. No, that doesn't make sense. It's just not happening. I don't know, dude. I'll play with it.
We, I say, though this is Emmett Selk's charge. I am here only to serve as his guide. And I should be happy to serve as yours as well, by way of an apology for the misunderstanding.
Oh, sweet.
Wait, are you suggesting that we bring it along on official business? This thing we know next to nothing about?
Oh, don't be a grouse.
If you harbor suspicions, better to keep it close than leave it to its own devices. Wouldn't you agree?
Okay, so it's adding it to the code. It's just not displaying it, which is understandable. It's just adding empty divs, which I guess is fine. Yeah, so it still shouldn't be doing that, in which case the if statement should still block it. You actually might be able to, yeah, since it's a public project, you could probably submit forks on GitHub, and then I can approve them. That's a thing. Yes, back to game.
Besides, having a mysterious life form in tow is the norm rather than the exception here. Welcome, my friends, to the testing ground of creation at Heaven's Edge, Elpis.
Hold on. This looks suspiciously like, well, that's very interesting.
his presence.
Hi, Mom. Axolotl.
Hermes! Visitors! We have visitors!
Yeah, this looks like the, like, what is it? That area that's you go to in Heaven's Ward, where it's like all islands that you have to fly between.
Are you hiding, I wonder?
Your demise. I sundered your soul with a single blast from another part of my soul. I don't even know. First things first, can I touch? Huh, there you go. Can I attune this? No. You're gonna taunt me with this. You're gonna show me a different one and you're gonna taunt me with this. Okay. Fine. Are there aether currents here? Yes, there are. This is hardly my first time here, but the scenery never fails to take my breath away. Why, it feels as if you could reach out and touch the heavens. Now then, to begin our guided tour, perhaps you already know these things, but for the sake of thoroughness, I shall start with the basics. Using concepts to give shape to aether creation magics allow us to bring forth anything we desire, to be inanimate objects or living beings. Anyone may conceive of concepts, but they must all undergo evaluation at the Bureau of the Architect. As part of that process, living beings and certain arcane entities may be sent here to help us in-depth observation and study. A fascinating facility, isn't it? I dare say you will enjoy touring it with us. Yay! This is your public service announcement to remember to eat food and feed your chocobo. Here we go. Mega Chad, do you mind? Hey. Ooh, he's going to give me a gift. Now then, our friend Hermes, aside from overseeing the facility, he also conducts his own research. Chances are he will be at the main observation hub, so let's go seek him out first. Tired as you are, however, you stand out a little too much. Our dear Emmett Silk wishes to keep a low profile for his errand. So, do you know how to make a robe? It's a basic concept will do. Oh, in that case, suck. No, your whim, your responsibility. You're getting not another thimble of ether out of me. Sigh, the way he scrimps sometimes, you'd think he wasn't a nigh-bottomless font of magic. Very well, I shall make the robe. Perhaps you can assist. Come, let us search for requisite materials. Interesting. Very interesting. Make a Chad healing stance if you wouldn't mind. Oh no, why are the butterflies villainous? This is awful. That is quite cute. Alright, hi Thelodius. Yes, these creatures should suffice. An etheric rope. Wanting to use it to capture, shall we say, two Ptolodidae. There are 3 species here, I believe. Any 2 different kinds should serve.
Now, I should mention that the strength of the rope is tied, no pun intended, to the strength of its user. As your ether is still thin compared to ours, you'll need to weaken the Polodi first. Good luck. No, I don't want to harm the butterflies. No. Don't make me do it. You, I will harm happily. Let's go. We're throwing out big AoEs, are we? Alright then, that's the way you're gonna be. Let's get this over with. Blow up the pretty flowers. Get this purpley one. Looks cute enough. No weird AoEs for you. Alright, that was easy enough. You caught the Petalodi? Come, let us see. There you go. Yes, these fine fellows will do nicely. Now for a spot of reversion. That sounds suspicious. There, it's ready. Nothing fancy, but then we're trying not to stand out. Try it on for size. Someone be angry with us for using those creatures? Oh, it's fine. There's no one around to tell us off. Besides, we can always make more Petalodi. They need only a tiny amount of ether. It may take some effort to get the form and composition right, but anyone familiar with the concept should be able to manage. Well and good to disguise and educate it, but it won't fool anyone who can see the bang. Fair point, but at least it should prepare you unwanted attention from casual observers. Emmett Silk speaks true. Even dressed like us, your unusual nature will be plain to those who think to look. Should someone question your presence, don't make up excuses, much less try to explain what you actually are. No, best to simply say that you're a familiar. The question is, whose? Well, of course, Azim's. If you say you belong to him, people will give you the benefit of the doubt for any and all outlandish behavior. Good heavens. Exploiting our associate's absence? But lack of his presence? Absolutely. Were he here, he'd have been the first to propose the idea, and you know it. With that, your story settled. Let us continue with our errand. We got Sophis Robe, Sophis Bedoya, and Sophis Epidema. Sweet. These robes might be even better than the ones I currently have. Let's put on the fancy duds. I have to actually equip them. gloves. Dia and Sophos Demon. I look awesome. And my hat is excellent too. You ready? Let us continue along the path to Anagnoris. The place serves as both an observation hub and a residence vault. Someone there should be able to point us in the direction of Hermes. What a nice location.
What's the name of it?
Name of what? Oh, it's Eplet or whatever it's called. Not Eplet. Because Eplet's a place.
This place.
No, yeah.
Yes. It was a reference to the place.
A reference, yes, but it's not the name of the flower. Whatever the Watcher is, he remembered wrong, which is suspicious when you think about it.
You didn't realize the Watcher isn't one of them, right? He's a created being. For when the people used to be one.
Me. Go away, I'm trying to experience the story.
I want to see my handsome boy. Precious being. Hey, take it away. I can still see it up there.
Watch it on the stream like everyone else. Contribute. Just to speak to Chief Hermes. Know where we might find him. Oh, by your mask, I assume you were one of the 14. I wasn't aware there was to be a visitation. Between you and us, something of a surprise. Your discretion on the matter would be appreciated. I see, my lips are sealed. The chief should be out conducting observations as usual. His focus of late has been aquatic creatures, so I expect you'll find him at one of the pools here. Pools, you say? Many thanks and apologies for disrupting your work. I say, hi, Thelodius. Well, I've never met Hermes. You know him well, you not? That being the case, couldn't you simply find him by his aether? Aye, that I could. Do you know him, so can I can discern the color of souls? By the same token, we can also see aether quite keenly and from great distances. With this skill, I could readily locate Hermes, but I felt that it would be a waste of an opportunity. We're here to perform an assessment after all. By searching the ordinary way, we stand to gain insight into Elpis and the man in charge of it. This is as much for your own enjoyment like as not, but point taken. You're going to accompany us, make yourself useful, and help us look for Hermes. According to his profile, he has short, dark hair. So you know, it's because we're in Elpis that we don't have our cowls up. A special exemption due to the need to be aware of dangerous creatures. Elsewhere, we do not exhibit our individuality. It is unseemly. This is all common sense, but I would not assume you possess any. Good. It's a rare treat indeed to be able to search for someone by their appearance, and I thank you for humoring me. Come, let's find our man. All right. Time to look around. Touch an aetherite crystal. Yeah, it looks much better.
Huzzah! Where? What is this? Wood inside. The north, you say? Look at point up there. I just want to touch an aether wind so that I can start tracking them. In here? Really? There's no. Stairs, perhaps? No, there's nothing up here. Okay, so it's not here. It's like above the house. Or like behind the house? Behind the house we check. Oh, there it is. Back here behind the tree. That. There we go. Elpis. Cool. All that. So I should be able to get Thavnir and Mary Lamentorum now. Wait, good heavens, this place is irritating to traverse. To do it on my own time. No. Bag grabs, there he is. Wearing his mask and everything. Bewinged girl. Interesting. See their funny faces. Hello, buddy. But you didn't know you needed to speak to me. But you do. Axolotls! Axolotls.
Huh. You are...
Professional black mage, Neozer.
Oh. Different. You're different too.
No.
You and me. We're alike. Friends. I want to be...
Your character's just like that.
Wait.
What type of shade are you using?
Oh, I should turn that off.
Greetings and salutations. Can you hear me?
I mean, it wasn't
Do
bad.
not be alarmed.
It looked like
No, I don't like using it because it makes hair look weird in
I wish
cutscenes.
only to hear your words.
The only reason why I noticed is because your eyebrows disappeared.
May we please
It reminded me of Telltale Game.
be friends?
Yeah, so that's why I use it. It uses the cell shader outline, but it works on mesh. So it like
Be friends.
will highlight hair on people that shouldn't be highlighted. Or
I see you
yeah,
found him.
it'll do weird stuff. Let me have my reaction going. You've already played through this game. Off you go.
Don't look like a baby. A baby bird. Look like a little tiny blue jay.
It's Ladeus. It's been a while. Too long, I think.
Too long indeed for close collaborators. On this blessed occasion, I bring not only myself, but others who long to speak with you.
You are of the convocation. Emmett?
Oh, dang it.
You do. You have traveled far for it.
Given your facility's purpose, its remote location is something of a necessity. Would that I didn't have to rely upon a guide.
Oh, you wound me. Have I not ever been an attentive and helpful friend? But moving along to more agreeable company, this one we chance to... Well, you certainly have her attention. Is she one of yours, Hermes?
Her name is Meteon. It means shooting star.
Makes sense.
If I may make an observation, her ether is terribly thin. I fear she might dissipate at any moment. Nor do I believe you've made a submission to the Bureau. I would remember such a concept if you had.
I haven't, as you say. I judged it too early. She's a pet project of mine, still undergoing preliminary testing. But rest assured that I will attend in person ere long.
Very well. Being an authority on flying life forms, I appreciate that you are exacting in your work. I shall look forward to your submission.
If we have finished with the perfunctory chit-chat, I would discuss official matters.
Boy. What?
By my coming, I trust you already anticipate the subject.
I have an inkling, yes. Please wait to the main building yonder. I shall join you as soon as I've returned these creatures to their homes.
What's wrong, Hermes?
The Nemostoma is missing.
Oh?
I may have found it. A creature with the self-same ether as those there, nestled in the boughs of a tree outside the grounds.
You're saying they can climb with their sorry excuses for limbs?
The fashion has been to imbue aquatic creatures with the power of flight, ever since the words of Metron created a sky-swimming fish. The Ambistomas too can fly, if only slightly, and they could conceivably climb a tree. Whether they can come down safely, however... Excuse me.
Oh no.
I'll help too.
And what are we supposed to do with this lot?
May I suggest we split up? If you would be so good as to assist Hermes, Emmett Selk and I shall keep an eye on these adorable creations in the meantime.
Alright, let's get the axolotl out of the tree. we looking for here? And they've got unicorns down there. I love them. Oh, here we are. Maze, are you alright? Hermes and Materia, and I found their quarry, a creature known as Aegis Ambystoma. Yet though it's been safely restricted from the tree, Hermes appears to have found himself in quite the predicament. Oh my. The Ambystoma Hermes saw high up in the tree, climbed up to get it, but it jumped on him and he slipped. Oh no. Do you need a hand? No, I'm fine. A little embarrassed. But for your own safety, please stand back. Miss, are you alright? Quite alright, yes. My apologies for making you worry, Materia. Both of you, and I am Neo-Zerp. Zerp, you're a cult. An intriguing name. Somehow reminiscent of a new creation. Thank you for coming after me. But you, little one, you must be more careful. So sassy. Forget it, it's so sassy. May be able to fly, but that doesn't mean you cannot fall and hurt yourself. Oh no, I forgot about all of its fellows. Surely what a relief. Thank Emmett, Soak, and Athelodius. I return to them. But first, the distractions out of the way. Chief Overseer of Olympus, permit me to welcome you to our facility. I hope you will enjoy your time here. Security kind of lacks here, ain't it? Just kind of showed up and started doing what I wanted. Having found the wayward Ambystoma, Hermes is the picture of Rita. Well, we mustn't keep the others waiting. Let us return to Agonorus. Agonorus. Bird of Elpis. Alrighty. That is where I'm going to call it for this session. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I appreciate you so greatly. I need to get some lunch and probably catch a nap or something. Clean up the house on this my day off here. So thank you very much for tuning in. I've been Neo-Zerp. This has been Final Fantasy XIV, and I might go live a little later today. So if you're not subscribed or following me on Twitch, subscribed on YouTube, following on Twitch, or following me on Facebook, find one of those venues and do that thing so you can be notified the next time I go live. VODs are available on YouTube, so check them out there. Again, I've been Neo-Zerp. This has been Final Fantasy XIV, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye now.